Hey there, Adrienne Elise here. Welcome to day 14 of 21 Days of Presence. How are you doing? Well, we are moving into this next stage of our preparation for 2020, for the solstice, for the total solar eclipse. And today what's going on exact is that Mars is in trine to Neptune. We've been talking about this one. And then Jupiter is exactly trine to Uranus. So we're still feeling the square energy of Jupiter square Chiron. And Venus, of course, is right there next to Pluto still. So there's some intensity. But right now, for the next couple of days, the trines are on center stage. And the trines happen when planets are in the same element of sign, right? So Mars is in Scorpio and it's in trine to Neptune in Pisces. So lots of water energy. And then we've got Jupiter in Capricorn in trine to Uranus in Taurus. So this is good. This is harmonizing. This is saying we can do this. We can move forward. We can find this new direction. Mars wants to move and get out of the stuckness to access. Mars and Scorpio wants to access our power. Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, of course, right there with Venus, and such a big player in this. One of the other rulers, Mars is a ruler of Scorpio too, but such a big player in this 2020 astrology. And so we're talking, Pluto represents, well, Mars represents like our raw power, our willpower, our power to act and change. And then Pluto represents our higher power, like a psychic power. Both of them have different octaves according to, lower ego, animalistic tendencies, and higher vibrational energies. So that's pretty interesting energy with these trines, kind of asking us to reach out beyond the limitations of our psychological constructs, reach out beyond the limitations of our false identity constructs. And so it is that fully resonates with the Chiron in Aries around standing up for who we really are. And Uranus, Jupiter just brings this big, expansive energy, and whatever it interacts with, even if it's a tension aspect, it brings luck, it brings opportunity, it brings expansion, it brings more, more and more, which is where you get into trouble with Jupiter, like spending too much money or having, kind of like shooting for your dreams in a more idealistic way, rather than a practical way. But Jupiter is now in Capricorn. And so Jupiter in Capricorn is about our expanding our authority, our own autonomy is really the message here, because with that square with Chiron, it's kind of like, okay, you could, if you have this feeling like in past lives and in this life, you haven't been able to be who you really are. And this is very common in these souls that are drawn to this work. Then that means that you probably have authority contracts where you've given your power away to energies that really don't deserve your power. And this is like happening every day, all day long with the empath narcissist type relationships in our world, where the empath just gives and gives, the narcissist just takes and takes. And so here we have Jupiter having this expansion energy in Capricorn, bringing opportunities, especially coming off of that square with Chiron. Chiron just turning direct yesterday. And so this trine with Uranus is saying that the new age that we are trying to move into, these new energies that are trying to infuse into the earth, this spiritual awakening process, has a lot to do with taking our power back. And so that's, I'm seeing a bigger, wider truth to this, in that we don't really even understand the amount of power we have accessible to us, right? So Uranus was discovered at the time of electricity. And so it's speaking to higher vibrational frequency, electrical frequency, and, it kind of rules all of the technology frequencies, cell phone transmission, Wi-Fi, and all that. And it also represents higher vibrational DNA frequency, higher vibrational, higher octave, higher dimensional energies. And so we are having an opportunity right here to get a glimpse, because Uranus always brings information through, if we can pay attention, of this bigger, wider truth of who we are. Like the power we really have within us, with Mars there in Scorpio. And are all of these traumas and dark energies that we've been kind of wrestling with right now in this time on the planet, in this Scorpio cleansing, does that have to do with our power and our fear of our own power, where we've been programmed to fear our own power, where we've been programmed to think that our power is something dangerous or wrong or bad? But then you have to ask the question, like, why would we even have it accessible in our body? If it was something that we're not allowed to use, right? Doesn't make sense. If it was something dangerous, why would it even be there in the first place? So there's a lot of lies that have been told about this higher frequency vibration and higher abilities, higher chakra abilities available with these types of souls. These souls that I'm talking about, the indigo, lightworker, starseed souls, have had a lot of experiences before you even came to Earth evolution. So you've already worked with these higher powers. And then you came to Earth evolution and gave your power away to the lower energies, thinking they were higher, right? Like your teachers. Those contracts, those authority contracts, were often made in ritual format, which makes them really stick, and they're hard to find and hard to get rid of. But we're like, that's what this time is about with this Capricorn energy. Huge opportunity to take our power back. But then, of course, we have to heal those traumas. We have to face the lies. We have to clean up the mud. And so here we are. Okay, so let's settle in and see if we can't tap into some of this higher messages and higher frequency vibrations available to us with this beautiful Jupiter trine Uranus. So go ahead and just feel yourself arrive. And taking a few deep breaths. And just sinking in. This talk about a new frequency that's trying to infuse the earth, which is Uranus and Taurus seems to represent this. Go ahead and just sink into Mother Earth, say hello, arrive right here, right now on this planet. Deep grounding cord, anchoring in, taking a few deep breaths. Can you sense and feel these shifts in the energy field of our planet? We're going together with her on this journey. Gaia is rising again with the return of the divine feminine and into her true potential, energetically, vibrationally. And if you really tap in, and this is part of the reason why so many people are ungrounded right now, because the energy frequencies have increased and it's harder to connect. But maybe that means we need to go ahead and allow adjustment. A lot of the physical symptoms coming right now have to do with resistance to these changes. So when we tap into Mother Earth, we can harmonize with the process and see that she's having a great time. And I see this beautiful high vibrational energy available. It's kind of like an energy of, there's orange and yellow, there's excitement, there's stirring, there's an energy of preparing, and there's an energy of peace, presence, surrender, and trust in this bigger process. The thing about these types of souls, you guys, you've already been through spiritual ascension numerous times. And then you came here and gave your power over to lower vibrational energies from where you came from that are trying to block spiritual ascension on the planet, telling you it's something bad. It's going to blow up the planet. It's going to hurt you. You're going to die. You'll be all alone. You never overcome the fear. There's all these programs. And let's just go ahead and with an exhale, just see this root system go down deep into the earth and allow this root system to be a two-way communication device with you and Mother Earth. Just go ahead and breathe with her right now and invite an energy, go ahead and receive an energetic wave to invite a communication, a harmonization between where you're at in your physical body and energetic field with all these changes and where the earth is at in these changes. And just connecting deeply in, recognizing that you're not alone on this journey. We're all here together. And Mother Earth is guiding us and holding us as the living, breathing goddess that she is. And just go ahead and taking a few deep breaths, just sinking in deeper and deeper with each exhale, feeling your body just release and relax. Into this now moment. Leaving aside all of your cares and worries, concerns, problems. They'll be there when you get back. But for right now, Mother Earth would like your full attention for this process. And just sinking in your whole lower part of your body, just relaxing and releasing, gravity coming up to meet you. And just feel yourself deeply release. Recognizing that the deeper you go into presence, the deeper you go into this now moment, the more that fear is just a concept. It doesn't live here. Fear does not exist in the present moment unless there's something happening right away you need to attend to. Then it's serving you. But so much of the fears and anxieties people are feeling is programming coming up to be released. And just sinking into this now moment with Mother Earth, feel her come up and around you. Kind of seeing a blanket, a warm blanket, almost like a blanket of snow, like an igloo, and just sinking in. Or whatever happens on the earth in our physical world, there's a bigger energetic picture. We are a part of an amazing experience. And the deeper you go into the now moment, the more trust you can find in this process, in who you are, in the earth as a living being, and the bigger, wider plan that our little brain doesn't get to know. So go ahead and sink into this peace, to this presence, and this trust with Mother Earth right here, right now, allowing her to wrap her blanket around you, comforting and holding you. Can you become a child of God, a child of the universe, of Creator? Can you play again in this experience? Coming into that deep, deep trust. Connecting with this bigger mother. This Venus-Pluto conjunction is speaking to the greater power of the divine feminine. The big mother, our great mother. Shown to us in so many archetypes. Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman. So many powerful divine feminine expressions in Mother Earth as well. Just feel yourself held by that love, that cloak of support and care for your journey here. And just breathing with Mother Earth. And go ahead and remember that this peace and presence is here for you. Whenever you have a few moments throughout your day. So we build this field, making it easier and easier to come deeper and deeper into presence. I'm sensing that some that are really following this work and being present with this are finding a presence they didn't know they had, beyond what they understood was available. even for a moment, it can change your whole life because now you know it's there. Just sinking in. Just staying here as long as you would like. Go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to. Stay here. But just knowing that this is here for you whenever you need it. Imagining, bring it with you into your daily life, walking in this presence. And what would your life look like? And just taking a few deep breaths as you begin to complete your meditation, knowing that this piece is here. And when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thank you so much for joining me for day 14. I keep the days straight here, of 21 days of presence. That's kind of part of the energy we're moving into here. Huge timeline alignment energy with and adjustments in our relationship to time with this total solar eclipse coming up. Eclipses in general, but this one is like, ooh, it's kind of off the charts, especially with all the astrology leading up to it. With that galactic center alignment, we've also got the sun will be passing over the galactic center on the solstice, Mercury crossing over the galactic center near the equinox or that eclipse. So we are aligning with that great source of all. And it's sometimes it's a little bumpy landing coming home, but this Uranus, Jupiter trine Uranus is helping us remember that it's a bigger plan. And so thank you so much for joining me on the journey. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 15 of 21 Days of Presence. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.